Poland was under lockdown from March till the end of May. The streets were empty and a far majority of businesses were closed. The government was relentless in telling the public to stay home. Should we venture out for essentials like food, we were reminded to avoid touching our face and to wear a mask to avoid spreading the virus. Fear was everywhere, and we avoided the crowd at all costs. No one felt safe, and no social class was immune. Hoarding was practiced during the first month. Many felt the impulse to store more stuff than they can consume. Fear and anxiety gripped people despite our sophistication and knowledge of science. There were many people who turned to prophecy and conspiracy theories. It was an abnormal season of fear with no end in sight. It was in this midst that God allowed us to experience summer. The government started to ease restrictions, and we took the opportunity to restart meeting on Sundays. It was a time of fellowship. We held services in a new place, a church member's office. The facility was suitable to separate the adults from the kids. They were having so much fun as they learned about the Lord. Worship was incredible last summer. We were able to meet and worship in different locations close to nature several times. The summer made us realize two biblical truths. One, the human need for meaningful relationships. It seems like everyone enjoyed this season even in the midst of the pandemic. We shared meals together. People always brought something to share. Jokes were shared and life lessons were discussed. We were doing sports and playing board games. Two, the human need to rely on God. The human need for meaning is overwhelming. This pandemic made it more clear. We try to make sense of the world even though we know who runs the world. Armed with this truth, we encouraged each one to keep seeking God. We invited each other for house fellowships. We are a praying community. Together we locked arms doing life together. Even when the effect of the pandemic on the economy was evident, we continued to spur one another to keep that hope in a loving God. As Poland enters the second wave of the pandemic, what should we do? Our experience during the first wave gave us faith. The biblical kind of faith has always endured all kinds of crises. The summer highlight is really about our God who has proven himself faithful. So we wait for his season. Waiting can either take us to God, but it can also take us away from God. So we will continue to look back to our summer through autumn and winter. Now that we are back under lockdown, we are grateful to the Lord for having blessed us with this time as a community. We pray that we will walk together in a manner that does not dishonor the Sovereign. Prayer request. We are moving to a new venue. Our desire is to continue as a community of faith and ask God to expand this community even during this unique season. Please pray for a location that fits our budget. Please pray for clarity and favor as we cast the vision to venue owners. Please pray for revival and faith. This is a journey that looks and sounds familiar, but it is also a journey with our Master. Thank you.